Welcome back. It is Saturday at South Georgia Motorsports Park and Top Fuel. So, history was made yesterday with Sean Langdon doing 345 miles per hour. Whew. Wow, that shatters Brittany Force's records. She is now number 2 for speed, but she still is the queen of speed. Okay, she's the first female to do whatever all she's done. So anyway, all right, let's jump in and see what we got for Saturday. Amongst the rain delay, several hours of rain delay. It was supposed to start at noon. It didn't start till about 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock, I'm sorry. But bad rain. So anyway, let's get with it.
The sweet sound of nitromethane on a Saturday at South Georgia Motorsports Park, and Will Smith, Bluebird Turf Machine, is going to fire things off on a solo in the left lane. It's never sounded so good, Courtney.
There it is, Jason Galvin.
Here we go. Will Smith, rookie season as a top fuel pilot on a full-time basis. Bluebird Turf Machine, Scott Okahara, Glenn Huzzer tuning that race car down there, the second top fuel machine out of the Bluebird Turf camp. And for Will, who's second in top fuel and average reaction time right now, if they could give him a horse, he'd be in contention to win races right away as a race car driver. And I got to tell you, in Charlotte, I really thought this team performance-wise was turning a corner, Courtney.
Yeah, it is, and it will, because, you know, you think about all the off-season changes and everything. This isn't an excuse. This isn't a reason to talk about it. It's just a fact of what we see in our sport. You put a new group of people together. You get a new race car. You get a new driver. It takes a second, and when everything starts clicking, it's going to click because Will is there.
This is basically Will Smith's home national event. He is from Northport, Alabama. Will has probably spent more time at this racetrack than any track on the NHRA Tour throughout his career, and he is going to be the first one to fire off on a Saturday at South Georgia Motorsports Park. Number 13 qualifier right now. It shook the tires, not enough horsepower for Will Smith's machine.
And it didn't go very far. I'm going to say after this rain delay, fresh track, it got rained on and cleaned up.
Cam Smith in the Freeman machine in the staging lanes. So Cam Smith, or Cam Ferret.
I was going to say it was... And as you mentioned, Dan Mercier, one of our north of the border friends out here. He's our Canadian guy. He's from Quebec. He is somebody who, when he comes out on the series, he is a force to be reckoned with. This is a very experienced driver. This is a great team over here. And this is a race car that can get down the racetrack.
Yeah, Dan Mercier has a fast race car historically. He's been deep in eliminations on more than one occasion in his NHRA career. He runs about half the season with us, but plenty capable. Same thing. Paddle. Wobbled the tire early. I got to tell you, you're 854 to 60 feet and not getting after it enough tells you just how good the track is out there. Wait until you see our Fendt performance facts here.
Early on is the crew chiefs. I saw Austin Proctor and their drivers down there getting this very data as you are.
Side-by-side runs.
Side-by-side runs on a Saturday at South Georgia Motorsport Park. This is what you've waited for, fans.
Justin Ashley and Clay Milliken. Clay, the Tennessee native for Rick Ware Racing, that Parts Plus Super.com machine on the right side of the track. And Justin Ashley, number 3 in the world a year ago for Skag Power Equipment. The Turf Tiger on the left side of the racetrack. The folks in Mobile One and Mac Tools. Tommy DeLago and Jason McCulloch, the crew chiefs there. You see John Oberhofer tuning this Parts Plus car this year. Jesse Snyder's the crew chief on that machine. Of course, Jim Oberhofer, John's brother, is still intimately involved in the tuning of this car, while also running Tony Schumacher's machine, and Nicky Bonifant helping out on both those machines as well. So these are a couple of veteran teams, Court.
And you talked about Will Smith earlier in his reaction time, where he's learning that from. That guy in that Skag machine that you're seeing right there, the best, hands down, leader in the class.
11 and 12 on the sheet. There we go. Clay Milliken mixing some cylinders up and still goes 338 miles per hour to 376.7 for John O'Nicky and the team.
Smokes.
Clay Millican jumps
Clay.
up to number 4.
Gotta love that guy.
3.767, 338
Nice work.
miles per hour for Clay Millican, the second fastest run in Top Fuel history at this racetrack. He's only 7 miles per hour behind Sean. Start tightening him onto the can. Like, we got to get after this thing. Sean Reed's burnout complete, and here comes the other Rick Ware racing machine for American Communications Construction and Hollinger Motorsports.
Tony Schumacher
The Aloha
and
Beauty
Sean
Lounge
Reed.
511
And
car.
Tony just
the
can't
8-time
seem to
world
get
champion
down the track,
Tony
man. I don't
Schumacher.
know. I just don't
Nobody
know
in Top
what it
Fuel
is,
history has
why he
won
can't
more
get down the
races,
track.
more rounds, or more events than the man on the left side of the racetrack in that TBM brakes lane. And that's Rob Wendland, the crew chief on Sean Reed's car, along with Ryan Elliott, Reed Trucking and Excavating. Folks at Atro on the right side of the track, Redline Oil, Total Impact Wear. Sean Reed stepped out of this car last week to let Ida Zetterstrom. By the way, happy birthday, Ida Zetterstrom. Ida's birthday today. Let Ida Zetterstrom jump behind the wheel of this machine. She's on the starting line doing some social media work for the team this weekend. And Sean is happy to be back behind the wheel of this race car. I know that.
You talk about Tony and his success, and something that the rain delay did good for us was on our stat team over there. Gave us this incredible stat as we talk about the first 50 races with Gage Herrera. Tony Schumacher, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th on the list with 23 wins.
In a 50-race stretch.
In a 50 race to be 5th.
In a Top Fuel car, that's pretty impressive.
Insane.
Number 11 and 10 right now, Tony and Sean. Sean Reed's going the distance. 378.3 at only 329 miles per hour for Sean Reed. And the good news for Sean is that's an improvement up to the number 6 spot. Tony Schumacher puffed the tire out there. He goes 403 at 236. So
Antron Brown. Ooh,
Antron Brown and Maddie Gordon backing up from the burnout.
Watch this girl. I'm telling you. Keep your eye on her. She's going to be something.
Current number 10 qualifier, the 4-time world champion for Matco Tools, the Eagle Experience, hangs to first. Left side of the track. See that Worldwide Technology logo on the rear wing of the race car? How about that partnership Antron has with the Boy Scouts now? And on the right side of the racetrack is Maddie Gordon for Carlisle Tools, Napa Auto Care, Monster Energy, and RevChem. Number 5 qualifier, Maddie Gordon, had a line a mile long when I walked by her pit earlier.
Every time. And listen, SGMP, she dubbed those grandstands hers over there. You are exactly Maddie Gordon colors with Napa and Carlisle Tools and Monster.
21-year-old Top Fuel rookie. Maddie's going to go the distance. 374, 340 miles per hour. Career best runs on both ends for Maddie Gordon.
340 miles an hour
of the
for
state of
Maddie
Georgia.
Gordon.
For
Looky
Ron
here.
Capps as Maddie
I
Gordon
told
blasts
you.
to the number 2 spot. Her
Watch that, girl.
first career 340 miles per hour. Maddie Gordon becomes the first woman in NHRA history, other than Brittany Force, to run 340 miles per hour.
340 mile per hour club. What are these milestones like for you?
Man, I am so proud of our team to do what we've done in a short amount of time. I am just so proud of them. With Carlisle Tools, Monster Energy, and Napa, this is a dream. Last night, Joe was asking me, man, do you know what it would feel like to go 334 or 340? I'm like, I don't know. I've never done it. Well, now I can tell you, Joe, it is rad. And, man, I tell you what, it felt fast, but I heard Chuck screaming over the radio, and all I heard was 340. And I was like, I'm getting a big Joe Sabo hug. This is just so awesome.
So much
I
energy,
could not
that
be
girl.
more proud of him. I guess we need rain delays more often. Thank you,
This
fans,
girl.
for sticking around. That was awesome.
This girl.
We don't need rain delays more often,
cannot
Maddie,
script
but I'll
what
take
she
the rest of it. I'll take the rest of it. I was right. It was Chuck, see? And
It
Joe
was,
Sabo, Carlisle Tools, was the first one there to greet her. Members of the 340 mile per hour club, Court. We might have to stop racing to hear from her.
You could probably hear it over it.
Here's Josh Hart, speaking of 340. And Billy Torrance. Listen, the left lane has not been kind this session, but if David Grubnick can get the Speedmaster car
Yeah, he's right
to
about that.
330
That left
feet under
lane
power,
sucks.
I'm just going to tell you, the number on the scoreboard could be magical. That's the car that Brittany Force became the first 340 driver in. That's the car that Brittany Force set the national record before this weekend in. The 343 runs in Sonoma and Indianapolis last year. David Grubnick knows how to make speed. It's why the Speedmaster name was so appropriate on the side of that Josh Hart-driven machine.
It is. Listen, and you got to give this season credit, too. Ever since Brittany stepped out of it and Josh stepped in, also a race winner on tour at his home track in Gainesville. This race car, this driver, this team has shown very quickly that they put it all together.
Billy Torrance, the Capco machine. Can he eclipse 340 for the first time? Well, Josh Hart blew the tires off. Here's Billy. Not quite. 371.0, your new number one qualifier, though, the Capco boys. 338 miles per hour, and Billy Torrance makes the quickest run in South Georgia Motorsports Park history. Maybe we should have seen 345 coming this weekend, based on what the car in the right lane did in the finals in Charlotte last week.
You know,
342 plus miles per hour to win in Charlotte for Doug Coletta last week in the Mac Tools machine.
I feel like we've just been so used to slowly nicking away at these milestones, and in the last year, 18 months, we have to get used to, hey, these are coming a little bit quicker than we thought, but we knew with what the Coletta team did in testing that it was very possible. But listen, Tony Stewart in that American Rebel Light car, Leah Stewart,
okay. Yeah,
and that American Rebel Light car over there, she's back with a vengeance. She talked about her time off and becoming a mom and all the things and balancing the hats. But I know Leah on a personal competitive level, and she wants to tick away all these things too. Yes. She wants to be able to win a race. She wants to do what that guy in the other lane took from her last time that she was out here full service. So you really think that these ETs, number ones, wins are important, but these milestones that we talk about with mile an hour, that's important to Leah too. Sorry for calling you Tony, Leah.
Oh, Leah puffs. Watch out, Doug. 342, and look at the ET. 365.7. Doug Coletta lowers the boom at South Georgia Motorsports Park. Goes to number one. He runs 342.3 miles per hour. And a 365.7 goes to number one by a country mile as far as top fuel cars are concerned. Sean Langdon.
And in the other lane, Tony Stewart
and a Hall of Famer.
Done everything he can do, but guess what he hasn't done?
340.
I feel like I need to call him Leah just for a tit for tat.
Just got to figure out the left lane. I think there's a balance in the left lane. For whatever. And listen, I talked to the track specialist on Friday morning, Courtney, and Thursday afternoon.
With the left lane.
And
it really does suck.
I think the deal is the left side of the racetrack was going to be a little more challenging for the nitro cars. But it's navigatable. You just got to hit the sweet spot.
And that's exactly what you started this session off talking about.
The problem is we had 3 cars in a row come up to start the session in the left lane and underpower the track. And I think what has happened is the next couple crew chiefs in line came up behind it and said, boy, we got to stand on it. And they got a little overzealous. So can that man, Joe Barlam, and the other man who tunes that car, Mike Green, find the middle ground with Tony Stewart? I think they can.
Already a race winner on tour this year yet.
Sean Langdon, Coletta Air, Brian Houston, the fastest man in the world on the right side, but can he go get number one? Oh, he might. Not quite. Whoa, look at the speed again. He backed it up. 344.91, the second fastest run of all time.
Dang,
for Sean Langdon.
With
a 368.3 in the process to go to number 2.
Smokes.
What fluke? 344.91, Sean Langdon on repeat on the right side of the racetrack. He's the fastest man in the world times 2. Unbelievable stuff on the starting line here at South Georgia Motorsports Park.
Well, all right, there we have it. That's the only session they're going to run today due to time. Starting to get dark there. And they've actually run out of time. So they're only running the one session, and then they'll set it up for tomorrow, Sunday race day. So you be there. All right. Hey, Appreciate you. A lot of 340s today. Holy smokes. Sean Langdon, Doug Kalita, Matty Gordon. 340s everywhere. Holy smokes. And I told you, Matty Gordon, watch that girl. I told you that. All right. Anyway, hey, we'll see you on Sunday race day. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you.